This particular instrument is the Parker iCount particle analyzer, utilizing a laser as a source. To turn the instrument on, you will press the top little green flashing button. It will start the instrument. It is a touchscreen instrument that utilizes a little stylus that is kept at the bottom of the instrument. It takes a minute for it to warm up and for the screen to come up. It has a compartment that the sample will go in and a sampling tube that will come down into the sample bottle after the instrument is started for the method. All right, we're going to sample a hydraulic, an AW68, and we'll go into this touch screen. It is currently set up for method ISO 4406. You can change the volumes of sampling and flushing based on the need, but we currently just run hydraulics. Go ahead and put in our ID name. You'll tap on it, enter name, AW68 space, and then the actual number of the blend as 396. Enter to save the data. And then we have a clean sample. The door has a seal that locks. So you'll give it a little snug push, it'll lock. You'll hit the green arrow, which engages the instrument to go ahead and run the method. You'll hear the pump come on. It will pressurize and go through different stages. And the sampling pen has gone down into the sample bottle. The chamber is pressurizing in order to be able to suck up the sample. After pressurizing, which is why it has a sealed chamber, the sample will be taken up in a 10 ml volume, which is what I specified. That will flush through to clean the sampling cell, and then a 50 ml sample will be brought up and then used as the actual sample. And then after testing, it will be ejected into a waste bottle that is at the rear of the instrument. So this is normal activity. The pump sounds just a nice gentle hum. And there's a progress bar that tells you as it's going through the different stages of the method when each time it reaches one of the milestones within the test. The pressuring, the cleaning of the cell, the sampling, and so forth. And an output will be printed out on the screen and a physical printed receipt of the test. All right, so now it's gone to a flushing mode. So it's important to make sure that you have enough sample to do the initial flush and the actual sampling so that you're not sucking up any air, which air will be read as voids, possible bubbles, and things like that, and give you an error message. So now it's beginning its sampling stage. So once the sample is taken up into the viewing cell or chamber, the laser itself will scatter, and there's a detection to see the scattering patterns, and obviously an algorithm that makes certain assumptions that all particles are uniform and things like that. But it basically looks at the scattering of the laser around the particles to get an idea of size and distribution of the number of particles within the sample. So now it's saying test is complete. It's depressurizing the cabin. You cannot open it while it's depressurizing. It's going to go through its shutdown cycle and be ready for the next sample. All right, so here you have your output on your screen. It's giving you your result. If you want the independent data that the ISO rating comes from, it will actually, you can access it within the screen, and it is on the printout in detail as to the counts that qualify it as a ranking of 19 for 4 micron, 6, and 14. That's your distribution and the counts from the sample that was taken. To remove the sample, you simply open the chamber, take it out. Sometimes you may have a little oil residue within the chamber. Just look for that, any dripping or cleanage, and just clean it with a little paper towel so that you don't have excess oil or any sample in the chamber. And that's particle analysis 101.